The farmers' protests have been making headlines. Indian farmers have demands such as legal guarantee on MSP, pension and debt waiver, no hike in electricity tariff, reinstatement of Land Acquisition Act 2013, and more. But while the protest becomes important from the point of view of elections and politics, it's not just India that has its farmers agitated. The streets of Spain, Belgium, Hungary, and Poland have been roaring with protests by farmers too. Around 1,400 tractors took part in a protest in Poland, and roads were blocked across the country. What do they have a problem with? Rising production costs, falling sale price, stringent regulations. They say that the European Union is not doing enough to stop cheap imports from Ukraine, which is affecting the demand for local produce. They are also not happy with the European Union's Green Deal that's designed to zero out pollution by 2050 because it limits the use of pesticides, which in turn affects yield. In Greece, farmers have demanded lower electricity prices, tax-free diesel, and subsidized animal feed. In France, farmers have been fighting for improved pay and protection from foreign competition. The French government offered 400 million euros, that's $436 million, in various measures in reciprocation to their problems over low earnings, heavy regulation, and unfair competition from abroad. In Germany, farmers are against the government's decision to phase out tax concessions on agricultural diesel. Their argument is that this will lead them to bankruptcy. In Romania, the protests stem from anger about low prices for produce, rising costs, imports of cheap foodstuffs, and constraints imposed by the European Union's drive to fight climate change. In the United Kingdom, farmers are struggling to keep up with weather changes and war-related supply chain disruptions. The whole of Europe seems to have the agricultural sector in pain as climate change becomes a central focus and production prices increase. And no, it doesn't end there. As per Down to Earth, since 2023, farmers have protested in 67% of countries in South America region for a variety of reasons, such as wanting better export exchange rates and reduced taxes amid an extended economic downturn and Argentina's devastating drought, which has severely damaged crops and agricultural output. And look at this data. Farmers' protests have happened in 12 countries in Africa, 11 countries in Asia, 24 countries in Europe, 8 countries in North and Central America, and 2 countries in Oceania in just a year's time. So let's boil down all this worry to 5 main reasons, India included. Pricing of produce, delayed compensation or subsidy, unfair effects of climate change, policies and regulations, import and export duties, and supply chain discrepancies. What does this say about the world of agriculture? Does it just question politics and governance, or does it hint at a bigger problem, a potential global food crisis?